Hey there, how's it going, lads and lasses? Long time no see. I thought I'd pick up doing some of these action figure reviews again, along with a couple other things that I've got kind of coming down the pipeline, things that I'm working on. So I thought I'd start out with this little guy right here, which is pretty significant actually. This is our Droid Factory Halloween 2021 figure, R6-W1CH or R6-Witch. And what makes this guy so significant is he marks the return, at least for the holiday ones, to the R6 units, which when they started doing the BB units, I was kind of bummed. I'm not gonna lie. I won't get into that until the end of the video so that you can just watch the review and you don't even have to watch that part if you don't want to. So I want to focus on the figure right now. So, yeah, this came out fairly recently. I thought it was going to be revealed at the Boo Bash, which is, from what I've heard, kind of a ripoff, at least compared to past events. But it wasn't shown there, and I was wondering, man, are they even going to do one at all this year? And then that following Monday, this guy finally started showing up, and I managed to get my hands on one. So, let's take a look. And the first thing that I want to take a look at, as many of you know, a lot of these Droid Factory figures, specifically the holiday themed ones, will get special hats. So this is the first special Halloween hat, this witch hat. And I was hoping at some point they were going to do this, just so they're, Christmas has about 1 million special hats. They got the Santa hat. They have like a, like a beanie with a puff ball on it. And I just wanted something that was Halloween specific, and witch hat fits that bill perfectly. So I'm glad we were finally able to get one. For those of you that aren't familiar with the Droid Factory line, it's predominantly a parks line. When you go to the parks and you finish Star Tours, you go into the Star Tours gift shop, you're going to find the Droid Factory kiosk where you get to build your own little 3 3/4 inch droid figures. You can build an R unit like this, you can build a protocol droid, you can build a BB unit. And that's about it. The R units are going to have the most customization. They're going to have most of the cool stuff, like this witch hat. And they do special themed ones usually for Halloween and for Christmas. So this is our Halloween one this year. And I'll show you how you can take them apart and customize them. You get to pick your head. You get to pick your legs. You can pick at the parks in different color legs if you want. Pick your body. And you get to pick your third leg. And they're, as a result, pretty well articulated. So articulation isn't really anything to complain about. And most of them will have a little slot right here for you to put whatever hat you so desire. Of course, these Halloween ones come pre-built like this, and the Christmas ones as well. So let's kind of do a little 360 with this guy so you can see they did a pretty good job with the paint app this time around. It's pretty detailed compared to some of the other themed ones, and some of the ones that you can get at the park too. So some people have kind of wished that it was more of like a green and purple color, and yeah, I get where they're coming from. I think that would fit a witch theme better, but when you read the backing card that comes with this one, these themed ones will have their own little story, and this one is a droid for the witches of Dathomir. So it kind of, the color scheme works. That's kind of the robes that they wear, and even the planet that they're on it fits. And the first one was already, green and purple with a little orange on it, so if you want, you can take the witch hat and just put it on that one. So overall, I'm really happy with this one, especially with it being a return to the R droids, and it's our first R6 themed one. Not a fan of the BB droids, and I'll get into that in a second. I would highly recommend this figure. Watch the Disney Store like a hawk. If you know somebody who's going to the parks or you're going to the parks, pick it up there, have them pick it up there. You have a few options at the free parts of Disney, Disney Springs, Downtown Disney. You can find them in the big Disney stores there or any Star Wars themed store usually. When I went and got my R5 a couple years ago, the skeleton themed one, I got mine at the Downtown Disney store, and they had a whole wall of them. You can also get them at the gift shop once you exit Star Tours, where the Build-A-Droid kiosks are. That would be the main place to get them. I don't know if you can get them at Galaxy's Edge. I didn't see them when I went there. That was back in 2019. Things could have changed now because sequel trilogy merch isn't selling. But yeah, so that's how you're going to get this. You can also get a scalper on eBay. If you're going to go that route, try and get it below $30. I think it's worth around, like, $30 is pushing it, but I think you could probably justify it at that point. But, if you can get it any other way, do it. Don't support scalping. So that's going to conclude the review. I'm going to get into a little bit of what this figure means to me. Feel free to not watch further. I just kind of want to vent this out a little bit. Like a lot of people, I wasn't happy with the sequel trilogy. Star Wars was a significant part of my life. George Lucas really made my childhood. It was Star Wars and Predator kind of going hand in hand. And so, everything's been said that could be said. I could say more, but I don't want to make this a huge, long video. And I really felt defeated with the rise of Skywalker when it didn't really fix anything for me. And then on top of that, the Droid Factory figures were switching over to the BB units, and I was just done until everybody talks about the Luke Skywalker moment, and that definitely piqued my interest again. That's something that affected me pretty emotionally, and but I'm still pretty uneasy, especially with how Disney is and what they've done to people like Gina Carano and stuff like that. But this little guy kind of perked me up a little bit more. I'm still cautious. I'm still not jumping to give them my money for new Star Wars content. But and maybe it's stupid putting so much meaning behind a droid, just a little action figure, but it means quite a bit to me just to see it go back to this style and not using the BB units anymore, at least for the time being. So I just kind of wanted to share that, just because it did make me feel a little good, even if Star Wars is kind of ass going forward. If things aren't, at least in my view, corrected, at least I get little things like this, where I can still feel connected to a franchise that meant so much to me without supporting the newer stuff. So anyways, that's going to be the end of it. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.